Gentlemen in the mix.
Hey, traders, welcome to the stream. Good to see y'all. Another day, another candle has closed. And it's not as bad as it was yesterday. Technically, you covered the previous candle. So, engulfed. But still, like, you know, in this structure that is developing, right? Where you got down sloping resistance, horizontal line support. Cool story, bro. No one cares. Like, it's like just such little price action out. I mean, each candle here represents a day. Right? It's real fun when we get impulses, but God, when it starts just in these market conditions, just like this summer, there's such little velocity on the moves, and then the moves are just gone, just give them right back. It's just trash market. It really is. Okay, but there are other markets out there we'll talk about. But this is crypto. This is the reality we live in. We get overweight people who should be nerds scamming billions of dollars from people, right? That's what we got. But we also have Bitcoin, but just not much price action. It's cool though. You know, 16,200 buyers defended it. You know, no one's gonna argue with that. That happened. But the problem is, even if buyers have defended this level, going back to 2020, even if they have, you still locally aren't making higher highs. You're not. You're still making low. How are you making lower highs? How can you even keep making lower highs like this? It's actually really impressive. So, you know, whatever. I mean, it's a bearish consolidation structure, bearish price action. Doesn't mean it can't rally. I hope it does. So the ones that actually look good can go insanely well, right? Like Doge. Literally Doge. I imagine caring about anything but Doge and a couple others right now in crypto because of the technical arguments. There's just not much of a technical argument for Bitcoin, even if it breaks the upside. That's it. Buyers defended 16.2. That's what we got yesterday. Nice. Build bearish breakdown. So look at Ethereum. Get this over with, man. I mean, I figured, you know, the fact that it's testing and failing to break 1223 is real bad, but then a higher low gets put in the previous lows, and all of a sudden you're right back at that resistance. And I could certainly see some sort of argument where momentum is trying to shift here. I could see how people would say that. At least here, it's the same highs for sure, even though they're all lower than these highs. It's just like this should have been over. You shouldn't be testing 1223 so many effing times now. I think like mysteries abound on Bitcoin. Ethereum starting to get the bearish argument is starting to get weaker the longer you just keep testing this level. But yeah, I mean, this is everything. 1223 is so important. I think breaking that 1266 and then eventually, like, you know, 1300s. I mean, really 1420. But just another one that's just like, oh, it's been virtually terrible. But sellers are certainly, they've given up, or they're very weak now. Like, where are the sellers? I mean, they've tried so many times and just, you push the price down November 9th, then you try it again on the 22nd, and now you're making a higher low. I mean, a very real bullish engulfing candle was confirmed 12 minutes ago. So, testing a key level, engulfed. Not all hope is gone yet. Not yet, man. I mean, look, you break 1224, 1420. Could be the next target. It's so tough to say because you haven't hit the 886 yet. You hit like an 84% retrace. Let's pay attention. Let's see what happens to this engulfing candle. If we'll get follow through. If you do, you're breaking 1224 and you're probably running to higher prices, much higher prices. So that just happened. So I guess Bitcoin bullish engulfing on the daily. Ethereum engulfed on the daily. We're the sellers. We're the buyers. No liquidity in this market. BNB, just have fun with this one, dude. Just chop city. It's 225 or 350. And who gives a crap until one of those levels gets hit? Really? I mean, I don't care. Not worried about it.
Can we take a gander at Dollar Mask, daily, weekly? Love and respect all the work you do, man. Cheers, my fellow American. USA, USA, USA.
Charizard, thanks for the 20, dude. Yeah, hey, we did it, man. We won a European football game today. We did it, man. We weren't eliminated by Iran. Awesome. Moving on, play Netherlands on Saturday morning. Awesome. Thanks, man. We can look at Mask if you want. I think wasn't Mask like okay. People say it's like tied to Elon or something. Sure. I don't know, man. BNB, just wait for 225 or 350 before you do anything. If you're trying to long something, you can't strategize. How do you strategize this? You can't. Anyway, that's it. I'm looking at it because it's the third largest crypto in the world. Let's look at the fourth that got delisted or is being delisted or whatever. The SEC is saying you can't trade it if you're American. I don't know. Like, there's all kinds of weird stuff with XRP, but XRP is above that 200-day moving average. And if Bitcoin and Ethereum rally, this thing's going to go insane. If Bitcoin and Ethereum rally, this thing's going right back up to 50 cents. It's technically superior to Bitcoin locally lately. You're talking about the system that's taught here. Better than Ethereum in ways. It's just such an easily identifiable M shape. Support's holding. Yeah, I like it. I like it better than others. I mean, if you had to pick, I mean, XRP might be one. But again, like, how do you even trade it if you're American now? Good to see a lot of people have things to say about XRP. Uphold. Okay, there you go. Uphold before they... What are they going to do? They're going to halt your withdrawals, and they're going to go bankrupt. I'm excited about Uphold. Okay, that's those are the big four. Let's just go to total market cap. Get this over with, man. Bad weather coming my way. Got a nice channel. You know, that support, fine like fruit fly. Yep, the support. Previous cycle, got it. Still above it, just barely. Scaled in. I don't know if he even engulfed. I mean, yeah, I guess you completely cover the previous candle, but it's kind of a nothing burger candle. But again, still above support, so any day above ground is a good day. The crooked cop from Scarface would say. But man, what a channel, right? Look at just from the very top, you know, how many touches you get. You only get one touch on the bottom, but check your math by looking at the heart line and seeing unbelievable tests, even lately and locally. And you know what happens below those levels, below this heart line is just, you get oversold in the downtrend, you see real supports looking left, and by the time you're getting there, you're getting to the demand line. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Really nice channel for now. That means, what did this hold long enough? If you want Doge to go to 20 plus cents, You want Toto to hold this and to run up one more time. Would be legendary, right? You get a deep retrace, test the supply line again, altcoins go berserk, and then later, you know, another lower high gets put in and you roll over and then you collapse. But it's in January, man. It's not now, right? I mean, that would be nice. That's it, dude. That's total. Pretty nice little channel. Bitcoin just still somehow miraculously making lower highs. Look at 60-minute lower highs. Like, what the is it doing? Ethereum about the same highs from November 17th to now. Which again, so it's a little bit better. And again, you could start maybe thinking about this like just a rectangle here. The upside breaking above 1229. You'd think it's very possible. Just the top of the rectangle. Keeping it simple. You know, you had the impulse down and then you just have local consolidation, the bottom and the top. Rectangle. And the bottom left XRP on the 60-minute. It's a rectangle. Really like it above that 200, but it's really strong. Still making higher lows. What is that? Classic accumulation or something? I don't know. I like XRP better than Bitcoin, Ethereum. BNB. Still, you know, having trouble. $300 is not a joke. It's been a real key level. I mean, you know, all summer, most of the summer anyway. And you're still below that, so. Of course, Ohio State's number 5. That's what you get. You get blown out by your rival at home that warrants you being number 5. All right, so let's look at the 5th largest crypto. You know what it is. The best. The most technically superior crypto with a large market cap that exists right now in current time. Dogecoin. What happened? Well, a couple days ago, you broke out. Then yesterday, you spent all day yesterday back testing the breakout as a formal support. And what happened today? A bullish engulfing. So we have the strongest form of confirmation you could ever get. The break, hook, and go. Breakout. It's wonderful. Highest daily candle close since November 7th. And that's it. I mean, you might take a couple days, but that's it, man. That's like where, okay, we just wait now for insanely higher prices. If the TA is respected, if the break, hook, and go is real and not a fake out, I mean, this is incredible. It would require probably the macro to collapse. I'm talking Bitcoin would have to crash with a capital C for this to probably get invalidated now. I mean, we're at this point where it's like, man, an Elon tweet takes it to 15 cents in a day. Because there's just nothing really, there's just not much resistance above 9 cents. So that happened. That's confirmed. Awesome. I guess Jesus chimes, so that's amazing. Not many already established uptrends above moving averages, golden crosses, break, hook, and goes. Not many of those things happening are going on in this space, the crypto space. So that doesn't impress you. Legitimately, nothing would. Nothing. Well, you'd be impressed by the crazy green candle, but normally those are going to be happening after these events. So another one, I mean, like that's, you know, little brother. I want to look at this Shiba because it's kind of doing something interesting, but again, it's not like perfect or anything. But 885 is a daily candle high close. You go back to September 15th, 2021. It's been also resistance. June 15th, 2022. Well, now something's happened. Well, you fell below it, tweezer bottomed, engulfing candle, and then broke back above that key level, that had been identified over a year ago. And now it's being regarded as support and you're above it, right? I mean, that after only hitting an 88% retrace from the previous low, from June to the high. You got an 886 complex wave structure. You kind of get it, man. But we never know if an asset's going to rally. We certainly know what inflection points are, and you're above one after the sellers failed a couple times to keep us below that level. If you were targeting for this, you would probably be targeting for 1296 to 1340. Doesn't it make sense? A whole bunch of straight down and up and down and up and down and up and down here. And if it held after completing an M shape, don't you think that would be the target, an adequate target? Or am I crazy here? Only straight up and down back in 2021. No comment. All right, I got it. I got it. Insane poker face. Okay, moving on. Just going to the S&P 500. But yeah, rising wedge still there. You were down 0.16% today, so virtually nothing happened. It's all coming off of an evening star reversal on the 25th. You haven't broken anything, really. No break yet. I mean, maybe if I was to anchor differently, we'd get something, but I don't think so. Yeah, you still, I know, man. It's no breakout yet, but it's really nice. You're getting near that 200 or whatever. I mean, if it's down 0.16% and we were here yesterday looking at it, nothing changed. So just go watch stream yesterday. Dow Jones closed up 0.01%, went and back tested 33,729. It's been regarded as support in history. It's, well, go figure, it's been regarded again. But you did yesterday kind of break this consolidation that's been going on, and you know showed your first levels of negative momentum since October 4th. So there could be more downside here. I would think it's very possible after such a nice run. The pullback would make tons of sense. Nasdaq down 0.59%. The worst performer. I mean, like, there's just nothing. It's been bad. It sucks. It's in a downtrend. Very, very weak. Pathetic. Slightly higher highs. And you just made your lowest daily candle close since the 9th. And 10,008 to 23 looms for a test to see if we can hold it. If not, if you can't, 10,500. Then below that, probably 9,800. So really weak price action. Strong underperformer. IWM was up 0.29%, but again, look at the price action you're getting at the 200-day simple moving average, just rejecting it a multitude of times. That's not good, man. That's not what you're really looking for. I get it. The weekly's insane. I still have hope for the weekly. It's just, why have you spent from the date of November 11th all the way up to the 25th? Why'd you spend all that time rejecting that level as resistance? What's happening in Doge? Why did an alert go off? Sorry. Didn't mean to. How's Doge up 2% on the day already? What the? There's gap fill on the IWM at like 174. So if you can't break this resistance long enough, I mean, this is the whole point, all right? I mean, market participants will push a price up to test a key level of resistance. If there's too much supply, and after enough failed attempts, most of the time, the buyers will just give up. and the sellers will take over and it will push the price lower. Well, you've just attempted a multitude of times to break out and you failed. So it's like, I get critically thinking here. It wouldn't be that way. Wouldn't it make sense for us to go down to 173 again from here? Yeah, I mean, makes sense. We're just critically thinking about levels and what charts are, what candles are. Buyers, it represents buyers and sellers. Fake news on Doge being up 5% on the day. That's not true. Yeah, so that's it. Failure on the daily. Great weekly, but get wrecked, man, daily. I don't know. These things, and the VIX being where it's at. VIX being down here in the 20s. This is historically this year been the worst time to take longs. Going long on the VIX when it's hitting 20 this year has been complete folly for your portfolio. You're down a lot. If every time the VIX is hitting 20, you're longing, you're losing. So it's pretty cool that a gap filled. There was an actual open gap on the VIX from August 19th. You filled that a couple days ago. But now you have an unfilled gap, 20.5 a couple days ago. So someone's car alarm's going off and it's distracting me. Good God. So I just be careful with this. I guess we can look at Apple, which is continuing to sell off. It's running down to that next key level, the 138, 137 level. And once that breaks, most likely 125. And I think we'll catch acceleration soon. It's going to NASDAQ, Qs, the QQQ, get wrecked, man. Be really careful. Things have changed. You are no longer making higher highs, higher lows. You are making lower highs. And even locally, lower highs. So weak you can't even test the 200-day moving average anymore. Be really careful. 125, but then maybe $96 after that. A gap fill eventually. Remember what Apple's doing. There are uprisings in China because the government is extremely tyrannical. Right, this whole COVID crap. They're using it as a means to micromanage everyone's lives over there, locking them down, right? With a click of a button, making it to where their whole ID system, they can't even get in their own homes because they're testing yellow on the computer. So they're homeless, whatever. I mean, you have thousands and thousands of people protesting. And Apple, I get it, man, fiduciary responsibility. And they want to make sure they keep the share of China or whatever, but they're blocking iCloud services. So those people that are trying to, protest for their own civil liberties and their human rights, Apple's thwarting that. And at the same time, while they're doing that with one hand, they're using the other to potentially take Twitter off of their own app store, which Twitter clearly only trying to expand freedom of speech right here by Elon. If they're doing those two things at the same time, you could certainly imagine how this thing could go to $95. If they continue their course, fundamentally, it would make all the sense in the world for this thing to dump so hard and to lose a lot of its value from where it is right now. So Apple, lowest candle close since the 9th. And you're probably going lower, man. All right. Google still up there off that little relief rally, reflexive rally, lower high, loser. It's a loser. Just wait, man. They'll all be going low. All these tech stocks are not done dumping. You just have to look at the hidden bearish divergence. It's so evident now. Look at the high, then the lower high, and you just got this going on. Continuation to the downside implied. You'll get it. If you wait, Google's going lower. Most likely. Unfilled gaps down there. Microsoft. Just Just about classic bearish divergence here. I love this channel. It's like failing to get above that heart line. Can't really do it. Yeah, you're just stalling out here, man. That's 3 times 250 has been resistance. So I think right back down to 224 for another test. Right, there's an unfilled gap there, and it's a horizontal line support. That's the target. 224 eventually on Microsoft. Your short-term target, 224. Amazon down 1.63% today. Just looking at the mega caps. Gap unfilled at $86. That's target. That's targeted. It's bad. It's real bad. Bearish convergence only. Nice formal back test of what was once support this early summer is now resistance. It's confirmation, man. Confirmation that Amazon, that level of 101.80 from September 2018 and July of 2019, that is now resistance. Again. So what does that mean? Every time, well, back in history, when it was regarded as resistance, you went to a minimum target of 84.46. That's where you're headed. Amazon. Lower to go. It's not like crypto crazy, but still good. 8.5% downside from here. Technology is not the place. It's not been the place, but it's continuing to not be the place for your money. Clearly, right? Anything about this bullish? Absolutely not. Who gives a crap? Lower highs, lower lows. And then you had other losers that are tied in. They're way worse, but they're tied in. Ones like PayPal, tied into that whole woke. We control everything. We get to dictate everything you do, and if you do it the way we don't want you to, it's misinformation. It's dangerous to democracy. It's bad. PayPal. You know, that nice little hammer on the fourth, but did you forget that we're in a bear trend? So any kind of, wow, nice follow through just go test and reject the 200-day moving average. You had not even touched that thing since October 20th, 2021. That's all you did. You spent a good probably hour there or less and reversed. And guess what? You're headed to make fresh lows. 72.24, 67.55. But eventually 42.60 is the long-term target on PayPal. Long-term target on PayPal, $42. Just wait for it, man. Wait. You'll get it. Just like, you know, these things crash and you get down to other inflection points and there is demand there. But it takes time for all that demand to be absorbed by the sellers. It takes time. So it took all summer. And now we're getting right back down to those same levels. And eventually that demand will be absorbed and you will mark down, you will leg down to fresh lows. There's an unfilled gap from 2017 at $45. That's on deck in time. Give it a few months. I think in time you'll get there. What about Shopify? Same crap, man. Look at beautiful, man. Beautiful. Okay, the shooting star, completed shark, all happening where? Oh, was it at a random area? No, it was at the area. August 2019. It's all happening here. Are you kidding me? Down 2.3%, not bad, but you think lower. You would think lower here, much lower. Eventually 17.63. Eventually $12 in time. But dude, what about Spotify and Joe Rogan, man? They're doing well, right? No, they already hit all-time lows recently and they're headed for all-time lows again. It's on talk radio, it's people talking. Awful. Down 2% today. HubSpot, disgusting. Just wait for $200. Gotta love that formal back test of an old high from 2020. It's resistance, and yeah, you're not. Yeah, just wait. $200. You'll get it, man. If you're patient, I think you will. There are other ones, man. There's so many charts. We could look all day. What about Carvana? Remember they were a trash used car company under the guise of a tech company. All-time lows, right? All-time lows, and we'll soon be taking out those lows. Just give it a week or a few weeks. It'll be going way lower. How can you go lower? You can. Another one that's not like these is Ulta Beauty, but look where Ulta Beauty is. This is like, I was like scanning and flabbergasted. Well, yesterday you went up and you tested the supply line that goes back to August 2021. Unreal. Are you talking about a year large, like rising wedge here? This is crazy. You see this crap? Women's beauty products wedging like this. Okay, so you're at the supply line. You are now, like, if you look at the RSI, that's bearish divergence. And you nicked overbought too. It's the best look for RSI bearish divergence. You're at some really, like, I get it. It's really tough, man, because this thing trying to do the big short on Ulta has manifested into pain and law, and you lose. But dang, man, I mean, you are nearing the apex of this wedge, right? You're getting closer and closer. So the probability is increasing that you're finally going to get some real resolution. And you're at that supply line, and there's RSI bearish divergence, both times overbought. You think, and it's kind of like a shark, right? You have even up here, I guess, right? I'm just little 113 shark, maybe. Oh my God, it's a 113 shark, like the Jesus, dude. Are you completed bearish harmonic up here? Yeah, it's been going on since September, so a couple months. Yeah, I forgot. Let's look at these prison stocks, man. No comment on anything I say ever. Good to see y'all are here. Y'all might be bots, though. Here's Geo. Can't say it didn't start with an M shape, with a shark, a perfect shark. Jesus shark. And $10 to $11 was not a joke. It was a high from 1996. Dude, what is Doge doing? How was Doge up? Now it's up 6%. Are you kidding me? Not gonna find me complaining. Can't say I didn't try to warn people about this. Wow, dude. Doge at its highest levels since November 8th. Highest high of this rally. Excuse me. This shouldn't be visible there. Okay, we have a Doge pump stream. Nice. Imagine not owning Doge after all these technical developments. Imagine, dude. Where did my stuff go? Bro, Doge to Bitcoin. Highest levels since November 2nd. Just took out that high from the 27th. Remember, Doge to Bitcoin probably going back up to 742 here. Bitcoin's rallying. Bitcoin's up 1.6%. About to take out that high from the 24th and the 19th. Great news. I mean, buyers defended. This is what we needed. If you wanted Doge to moon, you needed something maybe like it was either an Elon tweet or Bitcoin to just not collapse. So we're not high maintenance people, right? All we need is one thing, two things. Again, there's just, I mean, I get it. You're going to be testing this low at 11 cents for March 14th. But other than that, man, you're looking at overhead resistance way higher, 15 plus cents. Very nice. It's like talking about prison stocks and Doge and Bitcoin and everything. I mean, these assets are rallying. Let's look at another, I had another alert. If we hear a beep, I'll drop what I'm doing. I'll come back, if we're eclipsing 11. But just want to go back to Geo real quick to show you. Or not. I mean, it's maybe not going to let me now. Great, dude. I'm barred from... Okay, so look at this level. Back on Geo, you go back. Look, not only was it 2016 and 2011, that level that was breached, sliced through, I mean, inverse capitulation. You go back to 1996 right here. And the hard target is this. The hard target's almost $18. Look at the supply line that was breached going back to 2017. I mean, this is very similar to Bitcoin in 2018 and 19 because the pattern was in between both years. Very, very similar in how everything changed. It wasn't the same harmonic structure, the Gartley versus the shark, but you could flip the chart over. Flip this chart over. What is this? What is this recently? US oil. Hello. Insane uptrend since the COVID crash. And then it all ended with what? A shark. And yeah, crazy enough, buyers defended with a bullish engulfing candle today. Hey, Bitcoin just rallied to its highest level since the 18th of November. Very good. Let's look at total. That again, buyers defended the level. They sprung. You even maybe back tested the spring here on the 28th. I mean, it's there. And yeah, back to those levels from the 16th and 15th here. Look, fruit flies. If you're a fruit fly and you don't get swatted, you're okay. So it did it, man. Buyers defended the level, and you're catching a little bit more follow through after the couple failed attempts. For now, they really didn't look good. Bitcoin, Ethereum technically did look like kind of garbage still, but the good news was there were others that looked great. Good God, so just staying on US oil. Wow, man, maybe it's gonna pull a total market cap.
Can you take a look at DogeChain on Qcoin? DC/USDT. Thanks.
Ew, disgusting. Scam. But yeah, we'll look at it. DogeChain, not the same thing as Dogecoin, but the only reason its name is DogeChain is to confuse idiots. To confuse idiots to make them think they're buying Dogecoin. That's it. Pure scam. So bullish engulfing on US oil, buyers defended $78. Mother of God, I wonder if that's it. I wonder if that's the bottom. We'll find out tomorrow. Up, down, up, down, up, down at the support. Okay, cool story, bro. Look at that. So the little supply line that could breached after the engulfing candle, after $16,200 was defended 2 days in a row. Nice to see that. 17,185 is the target, or 17,581, excuse me. I would think, right? If you're doing this, you got to think about like maybe 17. Why 17,581? Because look left. It's the Black Saturday Valley, right? That little low right there. That was the low, and also it was the candle high close from November 10th. Very well respected. So that has to be kind of the target, right? If you're going to make higher highs than these highs, that's where you're probably headed. And people are going to be, I mean, I get it, man. A left shoulder head, right shoulder going on. Is momentum trying to shift? My issue with the momentum shift was like, not real. How is the momentum shifting if all you're doing after these events is making lower highs? Well, now you can say that maybe there's no more lower highs. You're making the same highs now. So it increases the potential for validity of a potential inverse head and shoulders, right? I mean, all it takes, man, you have to have the data pieces to be able to say this. You can't say what I'm saying right now without Bitcoin doing what it's doing right now, because only lower highs for 2 weeks. But maybe, just maybe, with what it's doing, we could be seeing 17,569. And to be long on Doge, you really want this to happen. Don't really care. Hey man, I'm looking at Bitcoin and it's like, oh yeah, man, it probably could go either way. I'm not really into trading things. I can't really recognize an amazing structural development on it. But if I keep scanning and I find something else that is showing an amazing technical development, I'm probably gonna long that. And I'm just gonna hope for the macro like Bitcoin to go up, because that would only benefit me longing the asset that has the good technical argument, right? So 2.3% up on the day for Bitcoin. Ethereum's up 4.78%. And there you go, just like that. It's getting weird, man. You should be, when you test these levels, it should be dump time. And all that happened was a higher low, and then you're right back up at it, and it's like sketch, man, getting sketch. And so now Ethereum is at its highest level since November 15th. And if you're breaking 1266, I mean, I'm telling you, man, it is very real possibility you could be headed to 1420 if it sustains. That's normally the price action you're getting. A lot of up and down. Thin order book above 1262, right? 66. 1420. Possibly, right? So much hype, dude. So much hype. Oh my God. Good stuff, man. I set an alert. I'm gonna hear, if I hear a beep, it's eclipsing that 15th high and be going to its highest level since the 11th anyway. I think that's a big deal, man. That's huge. Momentum shift, it seems like. And that was the neckline, you would say, right? 1230. And if you break that neckline, probably, I mean, again, it's 1350 first and then 1420 after.
Just started looking at harmonics, but is G on a bearish cipher daily? Sad face, devilish face.
Bearish cipher on the daily. What's up, Matt? Thanks for the 1776. Appropriate contribution. This is huge, though. We have a pump. I mean, Ethereum is up 5% today, up $60. Bitcoin up 2.4%, $400. Ethereum is not done pumping. I mean, look where it is. It's at virtually its session highs right now. Well, that's nice, man, to get some freaking... Oh, let's go to the quad screen, because I bet you that's a pretty... But hey, it's cool to see what maybe can happen. I mean, right? That's there, right? I mean, am I crazy here, or is that valid? Right? It is the high. January 5th, 2018, $761 billion. Okay, that's real. Got it. So you broke that level on the 21st. And then on the 22nd, you rallied virtually back above it and then follow through on the 23rd and then sideways. And then what happened on the literal 28th? 2 days ago. Well, you sprung, then you back tested. It was a test of spring of the level that is very real. And look what's happening now. You are rallying tremendously, at least for the moment. So here it is. Wow, right? Look at it like a rectangle, and there you go. 1350 would be your 60-minute target, I would think, right? If you're just talking about a rectangle on Ethereum. Look at this, BNB, my God. Getting back above 300, that's nice. XRP, this is what we needed, man. If you wanted to see the ones that looked pretty promising, like XRP, you wanted them to do something off those harmonics, you needed something to Bitcoin. You needed Bitcoin to do this. So getting back out of its rectangle, nice. And 50-cent target eventually on XRP if Bitcoin just doesn't collapse. And if you're talking about the top of a range, here it is, 17,854 and 18K. Just a rectangle, right? If you're going to go bottom of rectangle, top of rectangle, that's it. So if it was to continue to pump, I'm just saying, if it could pump more, I mean, you got about 6.4 to 7% upside to see just the top of that rectangle. You can look and see it, okay? All right. All right. Whew. Across the board, man. Crypto green. Very green. About time, right? I mean, good God, things getting destroyed. There were other ones that looked okay. Most looked like dog crap. But look, man, I mean, you look at QNT right now. QNT, man. Talk about springback tests. You talk about well-established uptrends already. This is the one. This is the one, man. I'm looking for something, dude. Well, QNT's there. BAND is another one. BAND not as good as Doge. Probably not even as good as QNT, but look at this daily here to understand how important the level is that you've just successfully back tested. Buyers have defended it twice now. Look at the 200-day moving average. I think you already had a golden cross way back. Yeah, way back. Well, the Gaussian, how's that look? Doesn't look very good at all. God. But I can tell you that when you're above key levels like this, the potential, the target, all right, a hard target on QNT, if you were trading this, you're like, hey, man, I like the way it looks. I like a formal 886 retrace in an uptrend that is already established and formal back tests of old levels that were once support back from July 2021. February 2022. I like this. Well, your target's 156 minimum. That's your minimum target. Let's say it's like a little zone here. It's like some candle closes back from 2021 and a wick high. That's it. 151 to 156. So the upside potential on QNT from right here, you have a good 30 to 34, 35% upside. Not bad, right? I mean, that's good yield right there. But you understand the argument too, right? Why it's a good argument. Not one person has anything to say about this chart I'm looking at right now. No one. My days are numbered, dude. They are numbered. Okay, good luck. BAND with daily hidden bullish divergence. Out the yin yang. The pump left y'all speechless. Now that's a lie. That's literally a lie. Y'all been speechless. Pump, no price action, dump. Static video. Okay, look. $2 is the top of the range. You're flirting with the top of the range again. I mean, you've been testing it since the 27th. If you break it, it's gonna go insane. I mean, you're gonna get some crazy price action. Completed harmonic, really. It's had a bad couple days, but I think, man, this is solid looking crypto. Supply line breach to boot, you know. There's just all kinds of good things going on with this one. It's not at your greatest value area in terms of like, hey man, we're at the low. But it's just the context of it pumped, it sold off, made a higher low, an 886 higher low, held, you know, 200 moving average, at least on the 12 hour, is now making another higher low, completed harmonic, breaking supply lines. It's just a lot of good stuff on this one. So
I'll talk to you, mate. Can you run through the general scenario of this short-term pump/bullish patterns playing out and then into lower lows?
what's up, Nick, man? Well, I mean, look, dude, thanks for the contribution and for talking to me, for saying something. I mean, dude, right? It runs up to 17,854, 18K, and then reverses. Top of the rectangle, people take profit and it sells off again, whatever. Maybe Ethereum, same thing, 1350. But I'm thinking like 1420 is the big resistance on that one. Then again, I think XRP 50 cents if Bitcoin keeps this up. 50 cents. Strong performer. Right, you think about an 886 from that high up there. 886 is 48.8 cents. Just think about an X, A, B, C, D, whatever, or just X, A, B, C, like a bat pattern. 48.8 cents on XRP. There you go. Think about it. An 886. It's a downtrend though. All we're gonna do is lower highs, and then you make an 886 and you roll over again, right? BNB, same thing. You just look at
hidden bullish div on that QNT chart.
Yeah, I thought I said that. Hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Corey. Yep, hidden bullish divergence right there. You haven't seen positive momentum since the 12th. Well, just hang tight. Probably will soon. Where was I? Yeah, same thing with, you know, maybe just like this. If it's gonna just do an 886. What if it runs up to 381, 367? Well, isn't 381 like 367 and like the top of the range, the mega inflection point? There you go. What I love, and I don't know most people if they even care, but I love the extreme decoupling from tech stocks in crypto right now. It is a breath of fresh air. You noticed like just kind of the tech stocks kind of puking and then crypto not really puking, I guess. It's been pretty nice. And I hope that continues. If so, sky's the limit. All right, 60-minute candle just closed. We now have a new one. What a pump. Highest 60-minute candle close on Bitcoin since the 18th. Pretty nice, man. Pretty nice. Do we now? We have it, man. Do we have it? Is this real? There was a poll that was done way back. It still hasn't been hit yet. It was, Bitcoin was like at 18K and it was like 20K or 14K first. Neither have been achieved after all this time. And my God, man, it was, I think it was around the 8th or something. Maybe it was before the dump. Maybe it was, I can't remember. It had to have been like right around the 8th, that first dump. It was like, I did 2 different polls, but after one of the dumps, I redid it and it was like 80% of y'all thought 14K first. But again, there was no winner yet, so. That was impressive, man. Buyers defending 16.2 like that. All right, Bitcoin continuing its rally, 16,923. Ethereum just up there too, elevated. All right, 16,940-ish. Continuing your ascent here, your pump, your new day pump, 3% up on the day. Ethereum is up over 5%. Ethereum Classic's up 5%. If you remember about Ethereum Classic, if you remember about this one, it was at a very interesting level. Or virtually it was, right? Remember and this one's like getting delisted or something due to lack of activity. But hey, man, completing that M shape, very real M shape, didn't quite get the 886, but the divergence was there. But there's no movement, no price action, no bids really. But hey, you're up again, almost 5% today. So you got to wonder what this would turn into. Normally it'd be terrible news, right? You're getting delisted from largest crypto exchanges in America.
Is crypto absolute trash.
It's still, I mean, it is, man.
I'm assuming your sentiment the same.
Look, man, these assets only making lower highs, lower lows. Up until an hour ago, locally, they were making only lower highs, about the same lows. But something happened today where they made a local higher low, right? It doesn't really, when you're only making lower highs locally and you make a higher low, it doesn't really warrant anything to change and being, skeptical of the market. But you broke that down sloping resistance. You're now making higher highs locally, at least from a few highs, my God. So it's like, yeah, it's like you're not really bullish on crypto, even with this pump going on long term.
Can we take another look at Tesla today? Thanks, Mitch.
Hey, Mr. saying, yeah, dude, we'll look at Tesla. But I've been so focused on Dogecoin that I haven't really even cared. I'm just going to put it in this bullish harmonic, well-established uptrend already, type 2 return, bullish divergence, above the 200-day moving average. I'm just going to put it in the hands of that and see what happens. And I can't be that concerned with Bitcoin, because even if Bitcoin dumps, Doge is still probably just going to end up making a higher low again, because that's all it does. And when you got an asset in the space that doesn't look that great, but you have this one asset that to its Bitcoin pairing is making 1.5-year highs, making a weekly rising 3 methods pattern. It's just, how do you ignore it, man? It confirmed it on Sunday. That's a real 5 Japanese candlestick continuation pattern right there, engulfing to boot, back testing 477 as support and rallying. And it'd soon be making its highest close, weekly candle close, since freaking, again, August 2021. So it's like, yeah, Bitcoin, it looks like crap. Technically, I said, I don't care if it pumps. I care, I guess, in a way, because it would only be good for the ones that do look good. But I guess we would just look at this like it is rectangular consolidation, and you could see 17,854 to 18,000 if you're to see the top again. I don't know if you will. Ethereum has its own rectangle. 1350 is its top, and XRP is doing something different. It's breaking its rectangle already. It's already been outperforming. And you have Binance that's also breaking a key local level. Going back to the summer. You're above it again, man. Nice. Yeah, we did totals. Buyers defended the level. Very nice. They defended it, man. You were above it yesterday and the day before. Sorry. Okay. Nope. Doge still an S coin. Doesn't matter though. You can be an S coin and show a brilliant technical development. You can be technically superior and still be a joke. What do you think we were doing in the uptrend? What were they, some gift from God, like some amazing technology that's changing the world and produces revenue and you can make money, it can prove that it makes money? No, they were jokes then, they're jokes now. They were S coins then on the way up and they're S coins on the way down, and they're gonna be S coins on the way up again when they do reverse. Doge just happens to already be doing it. I'm fine with that. I don't care. They're financial instruments that I could possibly make money if I can identify the right stuff on them. So you should look at it. You shouldn't be getting indoctrinated by these effing cults. Yeah, these echo chambers, all these scams. Indoctrinated probably millions of people during the past few years. They treat these S coins like religion. Just look at Hex. Look what they've done to some of the people. They treat Hex like it's actual God. There are people, yeah, they're so indoctrinated. KuCoin, exchanges themselves, exchange coins and tokens. You have people that are religious fanatics for these S coins. But if you care about the traditional technical analysis, you cannot get pulled into that crap. This will be here on the way up and on the way down. It's like that with many things. I mean, people are treating like political parties the same way. It's just like, that passion and faith that people used to put into religion. People are finding innovative ways to manipulate human nature, primal nature, and they're figuring out, hey man, we can make somebody worship an inanimate scam object or exchange or government entity or movement. And if we do that, then we would win at the top. We would get our way. We would control them unobtrusively. So that's what you got. I mean, you got it all over the place, man. This is real, dude. My God, dude, what happened? That's crazy. Look at the 4 hour on Doge, man. Hey, engulfing candle in the making. This is what happens, though, when you break 9 cents. You can go insane, or you can formally back test the breakout as support. And it's just like, none of this is happening with an Elon tweet, which is so impressive. You gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. I guess we can look at a couple of requests. I mean, I haven't been able to get to the freaking prison stocks that killed it. CXW. Core Civic, just beautiful. It almost broke out. It was breaking out and then closed right at the effing top, man. But this one, this M shapes within M shapes. A tale of 3 M shapes, back to back to back. But this is so important, man. You can see what happens. March 2009. Well, guess what? Buyers defended it. And now you're highest price since May. And now you are at another key level. Like where if it reversed here, how could you be that surprised? Now, if you break it, oh my God. But if it did reverse even short term or for a little bit periodically, right, pull back, not that surprising. You're now at an inflection point again. You're at a key breakout level. But my God, if you can break it, could be insane. The upside would be nuts. I mean, I think eventually you could see $30. You're going to go test that supply line that's up around 15 bucks. So yeah, there's a lot of work cut out for this one, but I think it's amazing what it's doing. All this accumulation. There was that one, and then there was QRTA had already, it's not really that special today. It's up 4% almost, but this thing's been whips on like crazy. This is one you sit it and forget it. You own it and you don't care. You forget about it. It's in your portfolio. It's there because you understand buying low, selling high is amazing. And if this isn't buying low, please tell me what is. What is buying low if you're not buying QRTEA here with Michael Burry? March 2020 low. Wow. Buyers defended it. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Bullish divergence down here too. Yeah, so it's just some of the prison stocks. They broke out, some didn't, but they just had a good day today with the breakouts. Okay, let's get the requests. There are only like 2 of them, man, so. First one was mask. Wow, mask is breaking. Oh boy, better be paying attention. All right, hidden bullish divergence on the daily had been identified. Kind of double bottoming there, but this is happening right now. There is this level from June of 2021. Market participants, I mean, it's up 7% today, but they're trying right now, after yesterday's bullish engulfing candle, they're attempting to breach a key level where if it breaks, history tells us what's most likely going to happen. What? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Guess what? Up, down. The target above 334 is $5 in change. The upside potential on this asset from the breakout, it is 51 to 61% upside from here. That's mask. Got it? Whatever, it's this. It turned into an M shape, didn't it? My God, that's really nice. You know, that's a lot of accumulation. That could almost be looked at like 3 rising valleys. It's a scrub small pattern, but that is some serious accumulation going on. After one low, no one knows. The second low, everyone knows. And then you've got this going on, and now you're breaking out. You understand that this level, 334, is the confirmation line virtually. So there's some big stuff happening to this mask coin right now. Right now, not yet. I mean, not like 3 days ago, like today, the new development. So that's your mask. Blue skies above the 2021 low. Everything did look pathetic, man. It did look pathetic. Yesterday it looked pathetic. But guess what happened today? This in the wee hours of the morning, buyers defended 16.2. They did not. They were below that pretty much when I was on stream yesterday. You got back above the level. You held. This price action in the past hour and a half has made it to where you're no longer making lower highs locally on the 60-minute or even the 4-hour. You are now making higher highs. That is a new piece of data. When we get new pieces of data, we are able to change. You should change your thinking to some extent. Right? Doge makes a type 1 return on the harmonic. Okay, it rallies off of it and sells off and gets back to that level. Doesn't really look that good even when it's near that. But when buyers defend the level and confirm the bottom one time, then the second time, and a bullish engulfing candle develops, and you have bullish those didn't exist the first time we tested the 886, but the second time, that's new data pieces. When you get new data, that should change your thinking on where something could be going next. Up until about an hour and a half ago, it was pathetic on Bitcoin. But there were, what was the other part of the sermon, man? Just because Bitcoin looked like crap and Ethereum looked pretty crappy, there were others out there that did look good. They looked promising, and if Bitcoin pumped, it would be the promised land for those ones that were looking good already. So yeah, Mask, something else right here, dude. Something else. Something's going on Mask, and it looks really good. Yeah, dude, if we're looking at a 60-minute chart and 4-hour charts, do you understand, like, I mean, the candles, like, things change relatively fast. We're not looking at the weekly when we're looking at these peaks, man. We're not looking at the weekly. We're looking at the 60-minute and the 4-hour. Things change. I don't know. Speculative, I mean, you don't know.
Why
Yeah,
Doge and LTC always seem to lead the start of a rally? Remember 2020?
Yeah. Yeah, Litecoin, even in 2018, if you can believe it. I remember Litecoin was up freaking 20%. In a day. I was in an airplane. But it was like before everything. Okay, let's see if it can sustain though, man. I mean, like, I think that's great that you finally got something. Something, man. New data pieces. If you want to, I mean, I can look at the weekly only, and not much is going to change. Like, it'll take a lot of candles to change my thought on the weekly. But if you're going the 60-minute and the 4-hour, things change. They oftentimes change, man. Okay, the next request actually was DogeChain, which is an absolute joke. Yeah. Never been here before. I'm proud of that. Here it is. What did it even do? It didn't even test that low. I mean, locally, it looks pretty solid. I mean, a huge impulse and just nice consolidation where you're making higher lows in the consolidation, like reaccumulation. It did make not an 886, but probably a 78% retrace. Low to the high. Oh my God, it hit an 886. No way. It actually did that. I'll go figure, right? I mean, virtually an 88% retrace. So in ways like an M shape of sorts, right? Kind of, yeah, it was definitely a bat, a formal bat, because you see a 38% retrace between on that B point, 386 or 382, and then a 70% retrace on C. That's valid. You virtually got a mega M shape, and the reaction's almost uncanny, right? So, I mean, a type 2 return would be nice. Doge, we got a freaking type 2 return and bullish divergence on, on Doge, but on DogeChain, I don't want to tell you. Got a swing low right there. If you were gonna rally, your target's probably 1526 up here, 200 moving average as well. But yeah, pretty strong consolidation, like the higher lows. I like that. But again, it's like, why even care when you could just own Doge? And wow, we can apply traditional technical analysis to Doge and make money. We don't have to deal with a scam knockoff of a joke. Stranger, spoiler alert, you were always poor. Okay? Long before you met me. Okay, Dow Jones for Maddie. He was asking if Dow Jones was a cipher. I'm confused on what you mean by cipher. You got to give me like anchor points, right? Like what's the X? I don't think there's a cipher. There is not a cipher currently. Now it could be like you could be asking, is it gonna become a cipher? I mean, maybe he's asking this, which we've talked about this idea before, where it does something like goes to a 786. If it was the case, then you'd have more upside. You'd need to go to 35,200 for a cipher, and for a shark, you'd need to go to $36,000. But look, man, you got a high here, you got a slightly higher high, and you got lower levels on the oscillators. And even locally, you're kind of showing Class C bearish divergence. The high, then the slightly higher high, and it's lower, and you're overbought twice. Wouldn't be screwing around with this, man. It's a level to take profit if one was in on this at all. That's your Dow Jones Matty Matt. Sorry, man. I don't. Tesla for Mr. Singh. Remember, it was above the level, and it's hard to trust it. Really is, knowing how much downside is in store for this asset below 180. It's 115. Downside potential on Tesla below the level that it's just touching right now, 36 to 37%. I think there's a time and place to own an asset like Tesla when it's making higher highs, higher lows above the 200 moving average, higher highs, higher lows, okay. Money printer go burr, you're below the 200-day moving average. I mean, the divergence is there, but it's not performing. It's not really doing anything. That's like, I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. I've never been a fortune teller. Like, I don't know if the level's going to hold. If it doesn't, 37% downside. If it holds, wow, some marginal upside to maybe 209. But guess what? Long-term downtrend. Only lower highs, lower lows. What did you just do? You completed your lowest highs and your lowest low of the entire downtrend on the daily. So that's not bullish. That's not bullish. Just like Bitcoin, that's not bullish. Bitcoin just recently made its lowest low since 2020 in 2 years. Multi-year lows on Bitcoin recently. And that was on the 22nd. Talking like a week ago or something, right? A week ago, Bitcoin made its lowest price in 2 years. So it's like normally when that happens, it's not bullish. Costco's a freaking diamond pattern, man. It's a diamond, neutral, huge diamond pattern. That was the last request, so we're good. You cannot get too excited about this stuff due to the fact that just days ago, multi-year lows. But at the same time, you can continue to scan the market and find little gems. 99% are garbage, technically, but there are little gems where they might be out there, might be opportunity for a low risk, high reward opportunity. If it fails, you take on minimal losses. If it succeeds, you make a good 3-to-1 plus reward to risk. You should join the Discord. If you are not getting notifications when I go live, you have no one to blame but yourself, because almost every single stream, it's just about every stream, I have the Discord link pinned to the chat. You can see it right now. It's up there. And that is, you get notified when I go live in the Discord. You get pinged. So the fact that you don't join the Discord when I do this every single day, I have no words for you. Imagine not clicking that link and being alerted and notified when I go live. Ever again. Here's your Shiba, right? There's a technical argument here. There was a technical argument in the 786 because of Gartley, but it rallied insanely, and then Bitcoin crashed. So it crashed too. But rejoice. It's a deeper retrace. Even more value perceived areas. But at a key inflection point from 2021. Wow. You're above it. This could be the lowest risk entry ever on Shiba. We don't know, but my God, man, identifying predictable pattern with high probability of success, only about 40 to 45% upside. That's probably not good enough for you, but easy to strategize the stop loss, right? Do you want to own Shiba below 850? No, because your whole argument premise is on an 886, on levels of 2021 holding. But entering now makes it strategic where you can set up that stop loss and take profit at much higher levels if it plays out. And that's it, man. I don't know. Like these streams these days, dude. That's all I can do. So maybe this is happening. Buyers defended 16.2. The lowest low, now a higher low, pretty much getting some confirmation because you're now taking out local highs, right? As of before an hour and a half ago, you were making local lower highs than the 27th, the 25th, the 24th, the 20th, the 18th, the 15th, all of them. But an hour and a half ago, new data was presented, and you're now not making lower highs every single day. You're now taking out a good couple weeks of highs. So that lets you know, all right, maybe this is real Momo shift. Hour and a half ago, no idea. Now, maybe, right? Maybe that's happening. New data. It's crazy, I know, right? Absolutely crazy. That I would maybe wait for new data to present itself before I start saying, hey, this might be happening. All right, well, bad weather's here, and I'm gonna get out of here. So rejoice in the pump. Rejoice in some relief. Rejoice in decoupling from mega cap tech stocks that are trying to tyrannize, control, and censor dissenting views from the meta narrative, which has all turned out to mostly be bullcrap and helping government agencies gain more control over their citizens, and that's indubitable. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Pump a crypto to the moon. Just because we want Doge and Shiba and QNT and XRP, we want them to flourish insanely well because their charts look good. Even before an hour and a half ago. So until next time, respect the TA.